Greetings, stamp enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you're having a terrific day wherever you're at. Look, I have a really great episode planned for you today. We're going to do an unboxing video, and it is a big unboxing video, aka it's a pretty big box. So this is an item that I ordered off eBay a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to get into it in just a second. But before I get too far, let's address the 5,000-pound elephant in the room. Yes, I'm wearing a wrist brace. So let me tell you what happened. I have chipped off, broken a couple of bones in my wrists. To answer your questions, yes, it's painful. Yes, it's probably going to require surgery. Yes, I've been to 2 doctors already. Yes, I'm about to go to a 3rd doctor this next week. And yes, there will probably be some sort of procedure in my future. So if you're wondering why is he wearing that wrist brace, it's because I've got my wrist all wrapped up. I've got the brace on. I'm really not supposed to use this hand. But sometimes you do what you got to do. Anyway, enough about me and enough about the wrist. Let's get to the unboxing. Look, I'm very, very excited about this. I ordered this off of eBay, like I said, a couple of weeks ago. And I've had it for a couple of days, waiting to have time to film this video. But first, let's just look at the box. Let me try to hold it up. And you can see that it is franked with all of these wonderful American stamps. Look, I really appreciate that when I order stamps or philatelic items online. I really appreciate it when the person sending it uses stamps to send it. Now, that may seem weird. Well, what else are they going to use? Well, look, sometimes it's just easier to go to the post office, have them weigh it, and you give them the money and then they slap a label on it. And look, that's fine. I've done that. I think we've all done that. It's convenient. We don't have to count out postage. But I do really appreciate it when someone takes the time to use older postage and put it on a package. So I've got my trusty scissors here. I should be doing this left-handed, but I'm right-handed, so the wrist is going to have to wait a second. And we're going to open this up. Like I said, I cannot wait to see this. I've only seen it online, and was very excited. It was on eBay, and it was an auction situation. So I placed a bid. Actually, on eBay, you place a max bid, how much you're willing to spend, and then if someone else bids, then your bid, continues to go up. So I placed my max bid, and to my surprise, I was the winner. And so first, I can tell you it's really well packed. It's got lots of packing material in it. Oh, and it's just one item. So, and here it is. It's very well packed. I really appreciate it. This was kind of an impulse buy. And once I show you what it is, I'll explain more. But one that I don't know, I couldn't pass up. And to be honest, I didn't know if I'd win the bid or not. So this is, let me just tell you what it is first, and then I will show it to you. It is the National Postage Stamp Album with mounts. It's supposed to have over 1,500 mounts in it to hold stamps. And it is a United States album. So here it is. You can see the size of it. You can see the thickness of it. Now, this is not I'm going to get this, excuse me. I'm going to get this box out of the way so you can see more what this is. That's right, Smoke. Break your wrist and then lift heavy things. Anyway, this is the pictures were just fantastic. As you can see. So why did I buy this? Well, look, I am not, although I do live in America, I'm a very patriotic American. I love our country. I love the history of our country. I'm not what you would call a United States stamp collector. Now, that being said, I have a ton of U.S. stamps. As a matter of fact, a year and a half ago when I bought that big collection off of a wonderful lady here in the town I live in, probably 75% of the collection is U.S. stamps. People give me U.S. stamps because we live in America, so they're easier to find maybe than some other countries. But I'm not a huge collector of U.S. stamps. There are other interests that I really enjoy collecting more, like the micro countries, my topical collections, Great Britain, Israel, things like that. So I've really been trying to figure out how do I house the U.S. stamps that I have, that I don't want to get rid of because I like them. What do? I didn't want to take the time to put them in my binders with my the cards that I use to catalog everything, because I've got thousands of stamps. So I ran across this album, and this thing goes from I believe it's all the way up to 1982. So it goes from 1847, I believe, all the way up to 1982. And so that's really, really great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera around and leave this flat, save the strain on my wrist, and then we'll just flip through a couple of pages. And I'll show you what this album looks like. All right, well, here you can see the title page, the Scott National Postage Stamp Album. Contains spaces for every major variety of United States issued as listed in the Scott Standard Postage Stamp Catalog. Each space is marked with the catalog number of the stamp. Includes stamps issued through 1978. So it's got contents. It's got a section for postage, air post, special delivery, certified mail, postage due, partial post. So space for all the back of the book stuff. And then here you can see this is for United States number 1 and 2, which I don't have. They are a bit spendy. And but perhaps one day I'll add them to the collection. Now, first thing I'm noticing is not every page has hinges on them. And that's okay. I can get hinges. But I do like the pages. I do like the paper is rather thick. There are some hinges. Now, there are no stamps in this album, and the seller was very clear about that, and I'm okay with that because I have plenty of stamps to supply. So, yeah, some souvenir sheet spaces. That's a nice 1934. This is for the national parks. I do like that under these, those that are mounted, you have a picture of the stamp, you have the Scott number. So it should be relatively easy for me to go through and put a lot of my U.S. stamps, get them out of boxes and glassine envelopes and into a proper album. Well, that's a brief look at this great album that I purchased off eBay, the National Postage Stamp Album. Really excited. I hope I can have some time in the near future just to dive in, get mounts out that need to get added, and get my stamps, like I said, out of boxes and glassine envelopes and things, and get them actually put in the album. And the album, really good condition. I mean, to be as old as it is, the pages are in good condition. The spine is in good condition. So let me know if you have this album. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you use it? Let me know in the comments. And let me know if you think I got a good deal. Because I paid for this album. Are you ready? I paid $4.25 for the album. That was my winning bid. and then shipping was $9.65, and then a little bit of tax. Altogether $14.66. And so for less than 15 bucks, how do you go wrong with that? How do you go wrong for less than 15 bucks for this kind of album that I think is great, and hopefully will be in use very, very soon. Well, look, that's it for this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. Thank you so much for watching. If you're wondering when I'm going to do the first live video, I haven't forgot about it yet. Things have just been crazy, crazy busy in my life, and I'll be scheduling that very, very soon. So keep a watch on the channel here, and also my Instagram page, and I will let you know where that is coming. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Give me a big old thumbs up. And until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.